Some hurts arrive loudly. Others come quietly, slipping into your life and refusing to leave. This story reminded me that forgiveness isn't forgetting. It isn't pretending something didn't hurt. It's choosing what you carry forward and what you finally set down. Karen used to believe she was strong. Not loud strong. Not dramatic strong. But steady. The kind of person who handled disappointment without showing it. Who smiled through awkward silences. Who learned early that pain could be managed if you didn't give it too much space. Until one afternoon reminded her that some pain doesn't fade, it waits. Years earlier, Karen had trusted her best friend, Mira. They had grown up together, shared secrets, dreamed the same dreams, planned futures that overlapped like pages in the same book. When Karen finally opened her small design business, Mira was there, helping, encouraging, promising loyalty. But behind the scenes, something shifted. Clients began canceling. Rumors surfaced. Opportunities disappeared without explanation. Karen didn't understand. Until she did. One evening, a former client hesitated before speaking. "I thought you knew," she said quietly. "Mira told us you weren't reliable anymore, that you cut corners." The words didn't land loudly. They sank. Karen confronted Mira. At first, Mira denied it, then minimized it, and finally whispered, "I just needed a few clients for myself. I didn't think it would hurt you this much." That sentence changed everything. Friendship cracked. Trust collapsed. And silence replaced what once felt safe. Karen didn't scream. She didn't argue. She walked away. But walking away doesn't end pain. It stores it. For years, Karen carried Mira's name like a weight in her chest. Every success reminded her of betrayal. Every quiet moment replayed the conversation. She told herself she had moved on. But moving on isn't the same as letting go. Then one rainy evening, everything shifted. Karen received an email. Subject, "I'm sorry." She almost deleted it. But curiosity opened what anger had locked. Mira wrote, "I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed to say, I finally understand what I did. I was insecure. I chose myself in a way that hurt you. And I live with that." At the end was one line. "If you ever want to talk, I'll be here." Karen stared at the screen. Forgiveness suddenly felt heavier than anger. Anger had structure. It protected her. It explained her distance. Forgiveness felt risky, unclear, uncomfortable. She closed the laptop. But the words stayed open inside her. That night, Karen couldn't sleep. She realized something quietly frightening. She wasn't angry anymore. She was tired. Tired of replaying the past. Tired of defending wounds that no longer needed guarding. Tired of carrying a story that no longer served her. Days passed. Then one afternoon, Karen found herself standing outside a small cafe Mira had mentioned in the email. She hadn't planned to go. Inside, the cafe smelled like rain and old books. Mira sat near the window. They sat in silence first. Forgiveness doesn't start with words. It starts with breathing in the same room again. Finally, Mira spoke. "I was afraid you'd never come." Karen replied softly, "I was afraid I would." They both smiled, a fragile human smile. Myra didn't defend herself. She didn't explain much. She just said, "I didn't realize I was destroying something until I had nothing left to stand on." Karen listened, not because Myra deserved it, but because Karen deserved peace. For the first time in years, Karen said the truth she had avoided. "You didn't just take clients. You took safety from me. I question myself because of you." Myra's eyes filled. "I know, and I'm sorry I can't undo it." Forgiveness hovered between them, not as permission, but as possibility. Karen looked out the window. Rain slid slowly down the glass. She thought about how anger had shaped her days quietly, how bitterness had become familiar, how carrying pain had started to feel like loyalty to her past. Then she said something unexpected. "I forgive you." Myra froze. Not relieved. Surprised. Karen continued. "Not because what you did was small, but because I don't want to keep living inside it." Forgiveness didn't erase history. It released ownership. Myra whispered, Thank you." But Karen corrected her. "I didn't do it for you." They talked about life generally. When Karen left the cafe, nothing dramatic happened. Just lightness. This is the meaning that stayed with me. Forgiveness is not saying you were right. It is saying I am done carrying what you left behind. Sometimes we think holding pain keeps us strong. But strength isn't tension. It's release. Forgiveness isn't for the person who hurt you. It's for the version of you that deserves to breathe again. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is put the past down and walk forward with lighter hands. This is Moments and Meanings by Anne, where quiet stories leave lasting lessons.